All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is our weekly live stream. My name is Dan. This is Neomustangs. This is my Foxbody Mustang channel. I've been doing this a long time. And yeah, welcome to the channel. Today we got a little special treat for you. We are going to be inviting a special guest in this evening. So appreciate everybody joining us tonight. The topic of discussion really is, why is stick shift so popular? And it's nothing better than to talk to probably one of the best elite Tremec distributors here in United States or whatever. So I'm going to be bringing Hanlon Motorsports in tonight, and we will be discussing stick shift. We will be discussing pretty much everything Foxbody. He'll tell his story. You guys know who Hanlon Motorsports is. He is a sponsor of the channel. He's actually a sponsor of many other channels, and I think he is one of the lead sponsors for Ford Takeover. But don't bet on that yet, because I don't know the details to that. So I'll let him talk about that more than anything. So what's up, Tim? What's up, guys in the green? Guys in the green are my shout out to my club members, for their monthly support, guys. If you want to check that out, it's the monetization little button down here at the bottom of the chat. You can check out the membership, become a member. I appreciate everybody who does. I appreciate the super chats and super stickers. Everything goes back into the channel for all the cool stuff that we do. So mainly giveaways. Let me go ahead and see if Hanlon is ready. Yeah. What's up, Fat Boy Fox? What's up, Timothy Bursick? Bill Pace, how we doing? Foxbody FX, how we doing? Running one of their 3650s. Yeah, so I'm going to let Hanlon get into some of their products. They're not here to sell you anything, but you hear us talk about the stuff on like our channels. You hear us talk about the stuff in like our videos. I'm pretty sure that I can speak for, when Brutal talks about him, because I think he has the same, he has a similar like relationship with Hanlon Motorsports. So if you guys don't know who Hanlon Motorsports really is, they are out of St. Peter's, the east side of St. Peter's, PA or whatever. East side of PA. They've been an elite distributor of Tremec for a long time. They go a lot of Tremec shows every year. And with that being said, I'm waiting for him to click the link. So we're just going to talk until he gets in. But they got some great, they got some great packages going on. They're teamed up with Ram and Vengeance and the Cloud, and I don't know. So I've been to talk about the thing that we were talking about in discussion. What's up, Jeffrey Williams? Why don't you guys tell me? So tonight we're going to be talking about why is stick shift so important, right? So I want you to tell me, like in chat briefly, don't throw me like a 45 paragraph, but why is stick shift so important to you? Now, I know some of you guys are automatic guys. You could chime in as well with the whatever, why is auto so important to you? See what I mean? It's like the title should be auto versus stick shift. That's what it really should be. It should be why do you choose what you choose? So that's what we're going to talk about today while we're with Hanlon Motorsports, while he talks about some of his stuff. So what's up, James Salter? What's up, Florida Foxness Monster? Pat Turchin, how we doing, man? Got that car ready? Fox Mimby, how we doing? T Perry. So logging in now. Okay. So you guys, let me know what you think about your, the transmission, the popularity stuff, and let me know what you guys think about the special guests. Last week was kind of a surprise with Brutal, so I usually try to throw it out there and stream with him whenever he's ready. We hang out quite a bit actually. Auto in a truck, stick shift in a Fox. There we go. God gave us 2 hands and 2 feet. That's what I'm talking about, Rock Diesel. God gave us 2 hands and 2 feet, and golly, I'm going to use them all. Ladies like stick cars. That's right. I'm an AOD guy, but I need a 5-speed ASAP. So, that's something that Hanlon can help me with. I mean, there's a lot of T5 stuff out there. But, the reason why I like stick shift so much, it's just always been it's always been kind of a fun factor. Like, once you go stick, it's just like when you try to drive a C4 or an AOD. I mean, they're great to drive. I have nothing against them because you just put them in gear and go. But, you know, I've always been a stick shift banging gears guys, because anything can happen. I mean, I went all the way to like the finals of stick shift events with just being able to drive the shit out of my car. Car's obviously faster than mine. I remember Tyler Garlock? He had was at the 3-pedal throwdown in Milan. I mean, he had a faster car than me, but when he took off, his tires blew off, and at that point, cars that are low 10, high 9, mid 9 second stick cars, it's gonna be hell to catch them. So, T Christian, man, I appreciate you becoming a new member of the channel. So, guys, if you're interested in that, man, you get the green emoji, you get the emojis and the green name and perks to the channel. Pat Church, and no, not even close. Still waiting on Summit. It's getting close, bro. Stick shift makes you feel like part of the mechanics of the car. You become part of the car. That's right, man. That's a good one, Perry. That's absolutely right. Oh, here goes Andrew. Let's see. I'm gonna let him get set up first. Oh shit! He's got. Oh, wait till y'all see this. This is epic. Oh snap!
Are we twins?
Yeah. What's up, Hanlon Motorsports? How we doing today?
There it is. What's up, fellas?
Let me scoot over a little bit. How we doing tonight?
Dude, man, we are doing awesome. How you guys doing? How's everyone in the chat doing tonight?
Yeah, right. We were talking about why I kind of changed the title up a little bit. Why stick shift's so popular, you know? And just giving them my experiences of some of the things that just, you know, anything can happen with a stick shift when you're racing. I mean, you could be clearly the favorited person and completely lose.
Right. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can pull up. I'm trying to figure out the comments. I see you, but I don't see the comments like we talked about.
No, I think B has a problem with
that. Whatever. Oh, there they go. I can see when you pull it up.
Okay, well, that's what I'll do on some of them. Go ahead.
Okay.
My T5 grinds into fifth. Remove the ball help. Remove the tail hose, and looks like the engagement teeth are a bit worked, but the locking ring looks like it's new still after 15 years.
Get rid of it and put a TKX in it.
Of course you're going to say something like that.
Yeah, right? No, I mean, honestly, the T5 stuff, I mean, unfortunately, the days of, you know, just taking one apart and, you know, cheap, easy fix, you know, where a rebuild kit and, you know, maybe a slider or whatever, a second gear, you know, those days are pretty much gone. You know, unfortunately, it takes, you know, like 3 T5s to make one good one nowadays.
Right. I know that.
And the prices of everything, unfortunately, are going way up. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that, and especially the economy now, that you know, I know Tremec had to raise their prices this year, and you know, it is one of the first times that they raised it in a few years. But you know, it kind of stinks, you know. And now you got, like, say, in a T5 rebuild kit, for example, you know, they just went up $90 in the past.
Yeah, no, you hit me with that. I was like, oh boy.
And it's like, wow, you know. So you kind of take your pros and cons, and it's like, okay, well, if I got labor, then I got rebuild kit and other parts, you might as well look at, you know, something like an example. And I'm not trying to sell like a TKX, but you look at it and say, okay, it might cost, you know, $1,500 to just say rebuild my T5, or $1,000, and I have, you know, X amount of power, and I'm going to have more power in the future. You know, it might be worth looking into, you know, something like a TKX or, you know, whatever, you know. But nah, man, the stick shift game is strong. I
can't go without it, man. I can't do it, face plated or not. I mean, I actually am starting to prefer, because I face plated race for so long, and I drove them on the street. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's gotten to the point to where I'm adding like another layer of like accountability to myself. It's like I'm going to synchronize stick shift race into the deep nines, and it's just like, if I can't do that, then it's just, you know, I know my face plate will get there, but you know, it is.
Yeah, man. It's funny too, because like, I know we could talk about this, you know, coming up too, but for an example, for like my class, you know, I do a lot of class racing, And
Yeah.
right now it's 300 pounds weight break for an automatic. But if I showed up with an automatic, I'm pretty sure my old man would disown me.
Speaking of which, are they watching tonight? Did you tell him you're gonna be on
I'm not
TV?
sure. I think Dad, if he could figure it out, he might.
That's so bad, man.
Yeah.
He can figure out how to run 8's all motor, but he can't figure out the chat.
Listen, guys. I mean, I'm being 100% honest. And Pops, I love you. He is a very smart. You know, I can't even begin to tell you guys how smart he really is. Like he was an engine builder, and you know, a little history. You know, kind of circle into this. You know, way back in the day before you started doing the transmission deal full time, he was an engine builder. So, you know, he would build, you know, sprint car engines, dirt track, you know, all that kind of stuff, drag racing. His company actually had ties into NASCAR. Like, if anyone knows Junior Johnson, they used to do a lot of engines and, you know, whatnot for Junior Johnson's team, which consists of like Bill Elliott. I know they did a bunch of cylinder head stuff like that back in the day. Harry Gant. I know there's a couple names. I just can't remember them all, but I know Bill Elliott was one of them. Harry Gant, just because I remember them when I was growing up. So like he built a lot of race engines back in the day, and you know, to see him struggle on a computer, it's kind of insane. If he can literally like rebuild any motor, you know, transmission, rear end, you know, set up a chassis, blah blah blah, but he can't even figure out how to turn a computer on.
He can completely rewire his little shop in Aruba. You know, he can do all that stuff. No problem.
I went to a funny story. I went to Aruba for the first time a couple months ago with Mom and Dad, and he's asking me how to set up, you know, Wi-Fi in his place, you know. But it's hysterical.
If you don't do it right the first time, you may end up pulling the transmission out 3 or 4 times until you get it right. If you got the money, just get it done and do the swap the first time.
That's right.
Somebody said something earlier. Where was it? When you see a Foxbody, you expect to hear an exhaust note into the changing of gears.
That's right.
That's a good one, Reggie. That's a good one. What's up, everybody? I didn't say hi to. I mean, what's up, everyone? Sorry I missed you if I did. Go ahead.
I was going to say, back in the day when Pops was still running his car, funny to hear the sound of gear changing. I remember when I was a kid, he was running his car at Maple Grove, which is real close to us. You could hear him bang gears. Like the way Maple Grove is set up, there's like a valley through, and you would just hear it echo through. Oh yeah, dude, it was like
because he ran like See, he ran a 456 gear, and that thing would wind out too, boy. You would hear that thing. What that?
513 rear gear. It was a 360.
It had to be like this. It had to be like this small.
Dude. All right. So here's a little fun fact. So again, it goes back to that class racing, but he ran Edelbrock Hot Street. A lot of people remember him back in the NMRA, NMCA days.
Right.
So his was an all motor class, so no nitrous, no turbo, no nothing. It was a 363 cubic inch motor. He had 2 of them. I think one was named George because I think it had a set of Trickflow TFS heads on it. And I'm sorry, that was the 360. And then Victor, which it had a set of Victor Glidden heads on it. That was the 363. I think that made a little over 900 on an engine inertia dyno.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that thing would scream. I mean, it's literally, not to like say it was, but it sounded very comparable to like a pro stock car. Like it would finish, you know, go across the finish line at like 9,800 RPM. The thing was nasty. But yeah, I mean, I think he went like 830s all motor. It had a G-force, clutch was 5-speed in it. He had a bunch of different gears, but I think it was like a 511, 513, you know, somewhere in there gear ratio. It was pretty sick.
Yeah. What's up, War Admiral? Good to see you. If you guys don't know who War Admiral is, he is a follower and a subscriber to the channel, club member, and he also has a very, very nice, large following on Instagram. So please check him out on Instagram. He's going to be doing, he's going to be going to some shows or whatever. So his coupe is like it's got a lot of one-off stuff. It's definitely just amazing. But
his car is beautiful.
Just said I'll stick to my newly acquired automatic. I've been shifting for 30 years. I'm over it, man. I almost feel that. It's just like, it's just, that's a good one, Jeff. I don't hate, guys. We don't hate automatics here. That is not what we're trying to tell you. I mean, just because, I prefer it, he prefers it. I mean, sometimes nothing is better than just putting it in drive and driving and not worrying about it. So.
Especially if you're stuck in, I don't know about Ohio, but Philadelphia area traffic. That's the only time it sucks driving stick.
Yeah, your clutch has a sweatband on. Hey, man. Never mind. Anyways, 89 GT. Do you have the tools for the ability to rebuild a shot? Inspect the transmission, anything you see wrong? Yeah, so, Bob, there's actually a number of you guys in the T5s. You guys see me build them. You guys see me reinforce them. I mean, this is who is that finger right? Yeah. This is who we buy the stuff from. So to give you guys a little bit of background of Hanlon Motorsports and Neomustangs, it kind of just started as a word of mouth thing with an old friend of mine named, what was his name? Matt Horner. And he used to build 3550s or whatever. He's like, hey, you got to check out the shop in PA. There's like, it's a small family owned, but they're an elite distributor. And I'm like, cool. So I started rebuilding T5s, and then I started getting into 3550s, which I hate. And I'm not even gonna lie, I'll rebuild a T56 twice.
He loves him. He's being modest. Trust me.
I can't stand him. Can't stand him. I just want to throw him. Sorry,
I spoiled him with that new TKX. Now, that's the only reason why he hates the 3550 TKOs now.
Hey, let me tell you what, the TKX, just like I've been telling y'all in my videos all these damn years, or the last year, the TKX is the apology for stick shift racers and casual drivers. It's the apology for effing up for 30+ years. Right. Like, we're sorry, here's the best one we got.
That transmission's been long overdue. Yeah, we'll leave it there. I don't need to talk about it, but that transmission's been long overdue. Like, I can't believe it took them this long, to be honest, to finally come out with that. But
we've talked about it being really underrated. Like, we're really going to find out in the black car. I mean, the black car is only sitting under a cover in another shop, and Precision Turbo, which is soon to be one of my other sponsors, I hope. Mm-hmm. They got a new housing coming out for my turbo, so I'll be able to kind of increase horsepower and boost and stuff. So,
oh man, time to full send.
Well, we got to still put that vengeance clutch in and blow it up. I mean, and see if it works.
Just like, no.
What's up, Broken Tool? What's up, Rail for Rides? So, if anybody's got any tech questions, especially specific to transmissions and clutches, this guy right here would be the guy to ask, because this is what he does for a living, and he is a subject matter expert and he's also a Foxbody fanatic who also worked at, am I allowed to say it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
American Muscle for a number of years. So wasn't Dave, the guy he worked with. So, shout out to that. I mean, it's not just Hanlon. He has a deep relationship in the Foxbody world. So that's why, he's got much respect. So,
yeah, man, I live and breed, Foxbody. I mean, honestly, I like all cars. I'm not a big fan of imports, to be honest, but I appreciate. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's a stripper car. No one knows that.
Is it twerking right now?
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Big booty, oh. Just kidding. Unchained, baby. It's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we're actually getting ready for NMRA coming up. I'm gonna miss Florida, unfortunately. I don't know. Here, actually, let me see here. Let me stand up.
Uh-oh. Don't lose signal. Smurfy. Just give it the kind of thought. He'll blow it up. You're damn right. You blew up. Oh,
hang on.
Okay. You don't have to worry about it.
I was actually trying to flip this around. I don't know if I can. All right. Well, I can right now.
It's all right. Woo! Look at that. Woo! So this is a class race. Okay, so I want to actually explain to these guys. This is a very specific class race car. So is it a stripper car? What is a stripper car? Basically, a stripper car is a car that's lightened and weighs a specific amount for a reason. So if you guys don't know, Hanlon Motorsports, Andrew actually is going to be racing Coyote. Was that the Coyote stock, right?
Close, factory stock.
Factory stock. So that means that he can't do anything to his motor, right?
No. So the difference is Coyote stock has to be a sealed motor, and they have to run NMRA's tune or a Ford tune, right?
Okay.
They are spec. Yeah, they're spec fuel. But factory stock is very similar. I can be a Coyote motor, but it doesn't have to be sealed. So I actually cheated and started with a truck motor that I converted to a Mustang motor. And here, sorry if it's shaky. I can't figure out how to flip the camera.
It's not that bad. You just your 5G sucks.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, yeah, so I can't have a fully built motor. Like there's specs, that we're allowed to have. There are certain rules, I'm sorry. But I can be obviously a stick shift where I can be an automatic. And I mentioned before that, an automatic could be 300 pounds lighter because not going to get into the debate, but technically right now the stick shifts are a little faster. Actually, hang on. Speaking of stick shift, sorry.
Can a throwout bearing and an input shaft bearing cause a vibration at high speeds?
Yes. There you go. That's what I'm running with.
Isn't that a Lenko?
No. So
Yeah.
That's a G-force.
That's a G-force. That's a G-force. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, that's a G-force G101. Wow. And very, very expensive.
Does a TKX require any changes? Yes. The only thing the TKX will bolt into your Foxbody, much like a TKO Tremec will. The only things you really need to change, if you have to, is the shifter, if you didn't get the shifter mount. And pretty much, I think that's it. It's the same as Tremec, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he's going from a T5. Obviously, bell housing, 26 spine clutch disc, which I know some guys, they just buy a new clutch or had just bought a new clutch. They can usually have it rehubbed depending on which manufacturer it is, so that can save them some money. Definitely a 31 spline yoke for your dry shaft. You don't have to change anything for your dry shaft. It's the same length. You just change out the yoke. And it's up to you if you want to modify the cross member, like your factory one, or you can go to something like a Stifler's. And the Stifler stuff is really nice, and especially if a guy's running like long tube headers or something like that, it does allow a little bit better header clearance too. But yeah, it's a pretty easy swap. It's definitely less than what it would be for like a magnet setup.
So the one thing I wanted to actually mention that a lot of people don't know is the popularity. I know there's some questions. I'm trying to answer them best I can, guys. So just keep shooting them through, and we'll try to get to it. But you guys are pretty much the only people in the United States that mess with a 3650. Tell these folks about that 3650 that you guys do.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I think I just figured out the comments too. So the 3650 is actually a really good option. Well, let me rephrase this because I get to ask this all the time, actually. So the 3650 is a good option, and especially if a guy's doing a mod setup or swap, like especially in a Foxbody. So the good thing with a 3650 is you don't have to buy a bell housing. It'll essentially bolt right to, a mod motor, or if you really wanted to, we make an adapter plate that, you could bolt to, say, like a push rod setup. It was a very good option up until like the TKX came out, because the old TKOs, the 3550s and T5s, all them, they just didn't shift as good unless you modified them. And, if you wanted to have like high RPM shifts, it was kind of like limited with the old setup. So the TKX did change a lot of that. So I do kind of see that split between 3650 and TKX now. And the TKX is a little bit cheaper in a sense, because with a 3650, they are electronic speedo only. So if you have a guy that, say, like a Foxbody like myself, you would have to do, some sort of conversion kit. When I did my 3650 in my car with a push rod, obviously I had the adapter plate, so that way I can, bolt it to a 302 and, with the right bell housing. But I also had to do a speedo conversion, because the Foxbody is mechanical. And I think Dakota, I ran a Dakota digital box. They're not cheap, unfortunately. And then the other kind of downfall with a 3650 in a way, it's not really going to pertain to a Foxbody. But some vehicles that I do the 3650s in, I got to watch where the shifter location will be, because it is only one shifter location. So I know in a Foxbody it fits no problem, because I have one, personally in my car. But, sometimes, like, just say a Chevelle or whatever the case may be, it might not come up in the exact tunnel location. So one of the positives then to a TKX or a TKO, some of them, is they had 3 different shifter locations. So, if you had to flip the shifter or possibly do a mid shift or whatever the case may be, you could do that. But no, the 3650 is still, a great option. It's cheap. You can relatively get into it pretty inexpensive, as long as you have a core. And that's the downfall right now, because of trying to find cores. But because they are getting popular with guys, figuring out that they'll bolt to, a Coyote motor or something. But you can pick one up usually pretty cheap, and then for the most part, they're usually pretty good inside. I mean, unless the thing ran low on oil, or the guy beat the living crap out of it, and looks like a dirty diaper inside.
I know how that is.
Yeah. But for the most part, they hold up pretty well. So,
all right, what type of sealant is used in a T56 tail shaft housing? David Willis, where it bolts up to the main case.
We use black Permatex RTV sealant.
The right stuff.
Yeah, local parts store. That works good. Don't glab it on there and then put the case or the tail housing on. Put a nice little bead on there. Run your finger around, make it real nice and pretty.
So to answer what this person was trying to get some tech advice or whatever, but got some vibration in the shifter. Possibly could be your drive shaft, or excuse me, your drive shaft might have a ding or a bend in it, and you need to check your rear pinion bolts, because if they start coming loose, it's going to cause a very slow and more annoying vibration. So
check that vibration in 4th gear, depending on what trans it is. Most transmissions 4th gear is 1-to-1. So if you still have a vibration, in 4th gear, because that is direct, that could be, trans related then too. If you don't, then, that could be something else. So.
Okay. So, moving on, Hanlon Motorsports does obviously all the Tremecs for GM, Mopar, Ford, etc. And I talk about that often. There's not much that they wouldn't say on a live stream, or they wouldn't say to you in person, that I don't represent. So, we do a lot of T5 now. Neomustangs and Hanlon Motorsports do a lot of business outside of YouTube. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're lucky for getting a TKX for free," blah blah blah. That actually came with a loyalty factor, and the factor that eventually I'm going to have to pay for that. So I just got one. I pretty much got like the first one. Matter of fact, I had like 3 of them on the floor here at one time. I don't even know how, but it did. But and everyone's like, "Where'd you get them all from?"
That was funny. So that was right when the 287 6.8s came out, and it was hard to get, and I happened to have one, and I sent it to him, right? And then I called him up like a week later, and I was like, "Yo, the 327s just came in. You want that instead?" He's like, "Hell yeah, man, send me that." I'm like, "All right."
So I was just like, just leave this here, and then I'll ship it out for you. So we shipped it out to some other guy. So, but anyways, as far as what Hanlon does outside of just selling transmissions, they do a lot of traveling with Tremec. They got probably one of the best pop-ups I've ever seen. They do sell a lot of merch. They got a lot of merch on their website, but the main thing is is they sponsor the, I think Andrew, this guy right here, is very proud about the fact that he's really went deep into getting the sponsorships for a number of channels that you guys might watch. Especially, and we'll talk about it here in a minute with Ford Takeover, but that was a big one for you to get on your list. And I know you go to Carlisle, because you go to a lot of stick shift events and set up a booth, and a lot of folks don't know that. A lot of folks don't see that.
So that was one of my my priors. So I know you touched on it. Like, Dave and I used to work at American Muscle, and it was one of those things that, like, I absolutely enjoyed my time there. Like, I know there's, a lot of people who are, oh, you got to do LMR, or you got to do CJs or AM. Honestly, I mean, as long as I can get parts, I mean, I'm not really, biased between a company. Actually, to be honest with you, coming to, my family business full time, it actually gave me something to think about of, yes, we're kind of a smaller business. We're a mom and pop, style business. It opened up my eyes a little bit more on the small business aspect, and not to, and they're not paying me to say this either, but like Fox Resto, they're a mom and pop style business too. So I've actually been looking at them for some more parts recently, because I like to support the small business side, but yeah, I mean, as far as shows, I can't do every single show, of course, but I learned a lot from American Muscle and, the shows that they did or sponsored or actually hosted themselves. They actually had a very big, Mustang show once a year up until COVID at Maple Grove Raceway. And I mean, if I told you there was easily, 20,000 people or close to it, I wouldn't be lying. I mean, it was packed usually, especially if the weather was really nice. It's amazing how many people, like the Mustang community and, whatnot, bring in. And like, I actually even saw it, even though I wasn't there for LMR's car show, like you could see like through all the other YouTube channels, looking at, the actual day, how many people actually show up and support, the businesses and stuff. So that's definitely big. But yeah, we got, I think, well, NMRA will be first for us. I'm actually trying to go to race, so I probably won't have a booth for that one. But I know Chocolate Fox will be first, and that's in Hershey, Pennsylvania, which is lucky because that's only an hour away. And then we actually do Ocean City Cruising Week, and that will be in the booth with Tremec, and I think that's the week after Chocolate Fox. And then there's another local show to us. I think it's called the Valley Forge Mustang show. It's like a local Mustang club, and they actually bring in a pretty big crowd too. And they have it like at a fairground. And then let's see, I think that's May. So then June would be Ford Takeover. Yeah, that one's going to be pretty big. That'll be our first time there, so I'm hoping everything goes well there. I actually have, if War Admiral's still here, I think he's going to be my partner in crime. He's going to be riding behind us, I think, or whatever.
Oh no, man! I'm busting out the General Lee music, and we're going for another ride, homeboy. Bigger houses, bigger problems. What's up, Brutals in the house? Now, Donnie B, I want to give a shout out to Donnie B and Anderson Ford Motorsport. Matter of fact, I talked about him in my FMU video because actually, probably the best FMU that you could buy in my last video was the Vortec one because it was adjustable. So if you guys are interested in something like that, the whole main purpose behind my last video was to, to show you that there's options. Like, get your shit off of jack stands. If you got a power adder sitting on the floor and you can't afford injectors, can't afford pump, can't afford things or whatever, just put your stock stuff back in, put FMU, drive down the road, have fun with it a little bit. Don't beat the crap out of it. Work the bugs out of it. But anyways,
right.
Donnie B asked earlier, he says, sorry, Donnie. Shoot, where'd it go?
What up, B?
He actually asked, "What's up, Brutal?" So he actually asked about the 327 first gear working well with a 355 and a turbo car. So I think he's probably asking for himself. So I'm still here, and yes, we are. Okay, cool. So
I'm just reading through some of the comments here. I missed a bunch of them. Foxbody FX, nice shout out to him too. I know he's been doing a lot of the podcast stuff lately. His name's Lance. He's an awesome dude. You need to get on that too, by the way. You got to do a podcast with him. He's a pretty cool dude. Yeah, sure. We just did one with him, and we were talking about Ford Takeover coming up, and he asked if anyone could bring a trans to drop off, at Ford Takeover for repair. Absolutely. Just let me know ahead of time.
I could brew some damn coffee. See, I don't know if you knew that or not, but I think that was on Brutal's video. Was it Brutal or was it Gearhead? I can't remember. Somebody caught me was making coffee when I was making fun of me. We're doing a little bit of roasting. I'm okay. I'm a grown man. I can roast a little bit.
You got to brew me some coffee. I got one kid that's turning 1 and like Tuesday, and my second kid's turning 4. So I became a coffee drinker.
Yeah, once again, I want to give a shout out to the guys in green. Those are my club members. It's good to see a bunch of them in chat here today. I try to do more for them, and I'm going to be doing a lot more for them. 2022 is going to be a kickoff year for us, and we're going to probably head over to. There's a good possibility we're going to head over to Chocolate Fox because it's only 4 or 5 hours from here. So might show up because I might show up and blow up. With the dyno. I love my dyno videos. So I might have a good time with that. So we'll see.
Yeah, special shout out to all your club members. Actually, to be honest with you guys, and Neo didn't ask me to say this. This is all me. You can actually see here. Oops, sorry. There we go. Bought and paid for, and I was gonna wear my Neo shirt. I was like, I'll wear my Hanlon shirt, and of course he wears, that. We're twinning today.
Turbo Fox wants to know if you got Turbo Fox wants to know if you actually got a. Oh boy.
Oh, there he is.
What's going on? Cooking it up tonight.
Cooking it up. So Turbo Fox wants to know if a 297, you got a 297 first gear T56 in chat or in I
should. I think I got both 297 and 266s. I think I got them both.
Look at the quality
Ford,
of the screen, man. I'm a little jealous about that, Nakia. Like,
literally. Yeah, I'm just on my phone. I'm trying to cook dinner. Probably going.
I can't hear him.
You can't hear Brutal? I can hear him fine. You can't hear him at all?
Nah.
God dang it. Let's see. I don't
up?
Andrew in the house. Oh, boy.
Yeah, 2 Andrews.
You can't hear him at all?
Nah. I can hear you perfect. Can you hear me now?
Trying to think how you fix that.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any settings here. Audio. I don't see anything.
Oh, there we go. Now I can hear him.
You can hear me now?
Hey!
Yeah, look at that. All right. I'm trying to get the chat pulled up.
We just sponsored the next T-Mobile commercial.
Yeah, I know. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
That's right. So, what kind of clutch you got? What do you recommend for the Calypso, Andrew?
Hang on. There we go. I think I'm back now.
So
yeah, Lil Birdie told me that you need a clutch for Calypso.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to do something, man.
Don't
get him.
Hey,
don't tease me with a good time.
Get him.
Hey, we gotta do what we gotta do around here.
Yo, don't tempt me with a good time.
Bro.
Hey, this is only what in the world?
That's green beans, man. It's good stuff. Let me walk outside. Let me go outside because nobody can like nobody can like hear the TV or anything.
Trip over.
Hold on.
This guy.
All right.
It's just a 1-800 chat line. That's right.
Yeah, man. It is freaking freezing down here. It's like 70. Oh my God.
Shut up. Shut up. You do that to me all the
It's
time.
like what?
It's
30
like
degrees
25
outside right
degrees
now.
outside and there's ice everywhere. I don't fell 5 times. Not really. In my mind, I did.
Yeah. Let me get set up somewhere. Here we go.
Oh, there's clips though.
Yeah, there's
I see 4 Fox bodies on my screen. I like it.
You like it? That's what's
Yeah, you got 2 there
Mm-hmm.
and R2 here.
All right, let's
So
see.
anyways, Hanlon Motorsports
That's
going to be at Chocolate Fox. What you said it earlier, Chocolate Fox for sure, Ford Takeover for sure, which you just became. And I think Brutal, aren't you a big? You're a big sponsor of the Ford Takeover as well, aren't you?
Correct.
So you got two big sponsors here with Caleb's Ford Takeover. So you guys don't know what I'm talking about. What is that? June 10, 11?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So be there and be square.
Welcome back to the channel.
Oh boy.
Hey,
What you got?
I only learned that from you guys
one
last live stream.
All right. Can you please let Bruno know, as a man, we need more church like that, and I would really inspire him. The best thing. Oh God, whatever you said in your church live stream, which I ain't watched yet. My bad. You carried over to my stream. Good Lord, what did you say, son?
You're gonna have to go back and watch, man. We had church. We talked about what needed to be talked about. I don't know, just keeping it real, you know.
What's up, Lamar?
We're gonna do more of that. Just a reminder that everybody can do more. That's all. Stop being lazy. That's just all. Everybody can do more. Everybody's got their own set of issues, and you're not alone in the world. And there's plenty of people who manage and figure it out, and it's on us to do that, no matter how tough it is. Because I have care of issues, and that's pretty much all it was about, really. I just felt like it needed to be said.
Is that better right there?
Yeah. All right. So let's see.
Do I need to change it again?
I'm good.
Okay.
So
better right there.
Clutch for 550 horsepower or so with the TKX.
That's you, Andrew.
Yeah. I mean, I've got one that I can say, but let's see what Andrew says.
What's good? Actually, to be honest with you, realistically, you could put a single disc in there still. But I mean, ideally, I know you guys are gonna turn it up, so we'll put a twin disc in there.
He ain't turning it up. Look at him.
Yo, listen. Yeah, he ain't. He's scared. He's scared.
That shit is so funny, dude.
Okay, well, just so happens Neo's got another turbo on the shelf for me, and I got the fuel system coming. So, well, we'll turn it up.
Absolutely. There we go. Yeah, I got a trick or treat Neo for a turbo for the car too. When I'm done playing around with this class car, I got to trick or treat him too.
Trick or treat.
So, what's going on, Stangman 78? Yes, absolutely. So now somebody was asking a question earlier, Andrew. I don't know if you got that or not. It wasn't me asking the question about my car, but
go ahead.
What good single disc clutch would you recommend for a 550 horsepower car?
That's right.
I would do a Ram 900, or I'm sorry, 300 900 series.
Okay.
So I actually do a lot of them. So basically, it's 2 different clutch materials. It's organic on one side, and it's ceramic on the opposite side. You don't want to go too aggressive because then you're going to get that leg workout, pedal effort that everyone hates. And then you're also going to get, too much chatter if you go too aggressive, because then you're kind of on that fine line of, being able to hold it. You want a little bit of, believe it or not, you want a little bit of slippage. You don't want a lot, but you want some.
For sure. That's the same clutch that I run, correct?
Is that what's in that car now?
Yeah.
Is that what's in the 65? Is that what's going in the 65, the 300?
No, that's what's in the Calypso. Same clutch that's in Andrew's car.
Okay.
Okay. I knew we did one for Andrew's car,
Yes.
and that was the 300, 900. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same clutch. And
Right.
it did hold good to start with, but for some reason it's not wanting to hold now. I don't know what the deal is. I just need to pull it down and check it out.
Yeah, those promotion clutches are pretty good. He's thinking about a twin disc Vengeance, though. Donnie B is. I would assume that he's probably going to do a twin disc Vengeance, and then I think Vengeance has a. Speaking of which, I think Chris said he has a 1200 in the works or whatever. So looking to get my fingers on that.
So obviously, I mean, we're a Vengeance dealer. I just brought them in within the past year.
Yes, more power. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I was sidebarring with the chat. Go ahead.
I got you. But no, I brought in Vengeance, and anyone that doesn't know Vengeance, they are a newer company. They're actually owned by Competition Clutch, which is huge. Yeah, they're huge on the import side, and they've been around for I think 10-ish years, 11 years, something like that. And anyone that has like any kind of like Subaru or Acura or anything like that, some fast Civics, they all have Competition Clutch. So they've been around a long time and they're pretty well established. They didn't want to confuse anyone, getting into the domestic side and bringing like Competition Clutch, with that as the name. So they created the sister company, which is Vengeance. So that way they can get into, the domestic side, which obviously is Ford, GM, and I think I talked to Chris. I think they're going to get into Mopar as well. I don't think they do anything Mopar yet, but I think it's coming. But believe it or not, I not to like sell people on it, but like the Vengeance side is actually very affordable, and what you get with the kit is like you can't beat it.
If I remember correctly, you get the ARP flywheel bolts.
Yep.
There's a number of things. I did the video, and there were some things in there that kind of surprised me or whatever. So,
yeah. So their flywheel design is a little different. So that's one of the things that kind of sets them apart from some of the other manufacturers.
Right.
Yeah, we're a Ram dealer, obviously, and we're also a McLeod dealer as well. But like a lot of companies will do a twin disc setup, and then you have to buy the flywheel, separately. It's not together. Where Vengeance actually designed their flywheel to be, self-cooling, so it's part of their kit. You can't use any other flywheel, without it. And then they include the ARP flywheel bolts. And I know other companies will include a thrower bearing. Vengeance does not. That is sold separate. And then same thing for a pilot bearing, but they're not, that expensive. But it's one of the things that I kind of really liked about Vengeance is because for the price of it, you almost can't beat it because you're getting a dual disc setup, ARP flywheel bolts, for almost a price of, just a single disc from, different companies. But the cool thing that I really like with, someone like Ram, and we have a really good relationship with Ram clutches. If I called, Mike, which is one of the owners of Ram, and said, hey, I need to do something a little bit more custom, maybe I want to do a 900 series, or if I want to do a 300 900, or I want to do all ceramic, whatever the case may be, or Kevlar. I wish I could show you the clutch in my car. It's a single disc, but they call it the Pro Series, and it has like the billet pressure plate, so it's really nice. You can
see here, like,
with
not
them.
to interrupt you, but you can see here how Vengeance has like its own flywheel. You see all these marks here. These are all like weighted blocks.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So this whole twin disc is made for this flywheel. So when you get this flywheel, you get the whole flywheel kit,
right?
With matching, matched to the actual twin itself. So this is rated. It's supposed to be rated at what, about 800 wheel?
Is that the ceramic one? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So their Vengeance will rate their organic, which is the step down. That's their cheaper model.
Right.
That is 750 wheel torque, and then their ceramic they do 850 wheel torque, and then they have a ceramic puck style which I really don't push those, to be honest with you. They're more towards like guys that with like race cars, kind of like something like that, where you could do more, or I should say, you have the drivetrain that will take a little bit more abuse. Like my G101 that I have there, that is meant for racing. I know there's guys that drive it on the street and stuff like that, but the design purpose of it was not to be driven on the street. It was meant to be put in a quarter-mile car, slam gears, shut it off, and you're done. And I've always been, a firm believer of the puck style. It is harsher on the drivetrain. I mean, yes, you can do it on the street, but it definitely is a little bit more harsh. So I talked to Chris, and obviously there's other companies out there that will do like a 1200 series. And, I said, hey, let's maybe talk about dropping the 6 puck. Let's maybe look into, doing something similar to the 1200 series, because now you got guys that it's more common, I should say, nowadays. I always refer this to you too, because it's so easy to make power now. It's more common to see the guys with the 1,000+ horsepower. So, I think it would be more of an attraction for them if they had something, that would handle obviously 1,000+, no problem. So
there's been a couple, not to cut you off, but there's been a couple questions about AODs in the chat, and I think me and B can, a couple guys like Danny Walker and another person was asking how they can make their AODs a little bit faster.
Yeah, so, sorry guys, I'm out on the AODs.
That's all right. I mean, I'm just trying to appease the masses, but like Danny Walker says, can you see that, B?
Yeah.
I have an AOD car too. I have heads, cam intake, and some gears. Some days I wish to go stick, but there was somebody earlier. Was it Dwayne? Here we go. Any suggestions on AOD users? So my first suggestion would be a torque converter. So the torque converter is kind of like AODs are just, if you put a good torque converter in an AOD, you can get it to move pretty good. And, what's some things that you think of?
Gears. Definitely a lot more gear with the AOD than versus like a 5-speed. You can run 373s, 410s with that AOD, and it'll love it to where, some cars that are pretty hot, maybe a supercharged car like the red car here, 373 is actually a lot for the street. It's just not going to want to hook, even on drag radials.
Right.
Somewhere around a 331 to a 355 is what I would pick with a 5-speed car. But with an AOD car, I would say 373, 390, 410.
That's right. So, I mean, there's not a lot out there. I mean, AODs are just AODs. They are what they are. You could put like a valve body in them. You could put a shift kit in them. There's some cheap stuff that you can do for them, but probably one of the best mods that you could ever do for an AOD, and this is definitely kind of advanced Foxbody stuff, is taking the guts out of a 470 RW and putting it in an AOD itself.
We actually have one of those over here.
Shut the front door.
Don't a lot of guys do C4 swaps versus the AOD as well?
Yes, and we have a C4 tucked in back there. But, this is the ultimate setup in my opinion. You keep your overdrive. The C4 is a great little transmission for what it is. But
he's so mean, dude.
Come on, man.
So that transmission's got the guts from an RW, or 470 RW. Shut up.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Was it easy to do?
I don't know. I don't think it is, but it came with the project car, so that's where I got that from.
Oh, that's the one for Project Fox that you were telling me about, I think, right?
Yeah. I really have no intentions of using that, but maybe at some point we will. I like the TKX. We're probably just going to stick with it for a while, and whatever happens, happens. But I do want to keep the Project Fox an automatic car. I'm probably just going to stay stock with that thing, to be honest with you. Put a set of E7 heads on it, stock cam, kind of do what some of you guys have done before, and I know Foxcast just got done doing it, but just really I want a car I can get in that's quiet, that has an automatic, and I can just drive it. What's the point? So I have a different way of looking at things, and
by all means, nobody take offense to what I'm about to say, but you start to kind of have to ask yourself, when you have multiple cars, okay, so this car over here is modified, this car behind me is modified, what do I need another modified car for with, say, heads and cam and intake? What is it going to achieve? What is that car going to do? It's not going to outrun this car. It's very streetable. This car over here is very streetable. So you're just making a lot of noise for nothing. I want a car I can get in that's quiet and I can just drive it and I have very few issues with. So another project car with heads, cam, intake just really serves no purpose for the channel. So,
that's right.
Like I said, nobody take offense to that, but you get what I'm saying. It's like you're not going to break any records with a head, cam, intake car. But if that's what you want to do, then by all means do it. But it just has no place right now with what we're trying to do. So I would rather just go completely stock.
Right.
That's right.
I feel you on that, just hopping in a car and going, though, too.
Yeah, I mean
every once in a while.
I feel that,
all
too.
Right, so funny story, too, about going down that rabbit hole. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's been quite a few times that I wish I didn't cut up that car and make it a drag car. There's quite a few times that
it's a purpose.
You know what it is? I know, but you know what it is? When I go to events like Chocolate Fox or Foxtoberfest, and everyone's riding around their nice street cars, and I got a 5-gallon fuel cell in there. I got a 16-volt battery.
Bro,
I don't have an alternator.
Lift back to the truck.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Like a camp, bro.
I wish I could show you this. I can't lift my hood off by myself, but no lie. I've been getting a lot of flack about this too. My radiator and fan setup is off of a 95 Honda Civic.
Hey, whatever works. Whatever.
It's small. I don't need anything, to a big, you know what I mean? Like I don't need anything monstrous or a regular fan and rad setup, because we're not running the car long enough. It literally gets towed up to the lanes to make a pass, you tow it back, or if I really wanted to drive it up, I could, but it's not being ran long enough, so it doesn't matter.
Is it ran off? It's got electric fan, right?
Yeah.
Is it run off like a D battery or something?
I got a 12-volt or 16-volt battery back there.
Hey, look, y'all, I gotta go inside. I'm gonna go eat. Everything is done. But I just want to pop in for a few minutes. Andrew, I will be getting up with you here probably tomorrow sometime.
All right.
Sound
yeah,
good?
Definitely. Yeah, we'll get you in the right direction. We'll get you a nice clutch setup.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk. Look, guys, I hate that I'm leaving early, but duty calls. I gotta
go eat, man. Go eat. It's good seeing you, man.
All right, good seeing y'all.
Later, B.
All right,
I'll
man.
talk to you soon. So, is this better? Or you think these two screens like this is better, or you think it was better the other way? I'm messing with these.
I think this looks cool.
Layouts. That's the same. This is better. Rate. I had it right. Yeah, that one right there. I like that one. You can see the whole screen. So anyways, we'll get back into some more questions. Savannah Jones, AOD, Paxton Supercharger 410 gears, wore some ass out on street. Too many people missed it. I know that third gear, boy.
Oh, man. What happened? Is it me or is it Neo? Oh, there you go.
We're good.
I can't tell if it's my phone freezing up or if it's you.
No, it's just me. It's just me.
I got you.
It happens. You guys good?
Yeah, I live in the sticks, not you.
Listen, it don't even matter. I mean, it does. You could have the best. Like I have a really, really good internet, so it don't even matter. It'll just do that. I think it's YouTube, and it could be the communication between StreamYard and YouTube. It'll just sometimes it'll freeze, and then everybody should know at this point just to wait a second. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I screenshot that freeze. Okay. Bear with me. All right. So, anyways, I got
If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button too. Support the channel.
How can I get in touch with Chris Bird? Who's that? Chris
Bird. I have no idea who Chris Bird is.
So, anyways, back to Hanlon and stick shift. You know, just to kind of reiterate on what we were talking about with AODs. AODs, you know, they got a bad rap because of their strength. They, you know, T5s, we can cheat. You know what I mean? We can cheat, we can reinforce them, and you know, pretty much beat the crap out of them carefully, and they usually last pretty long. But you know, AODs and their pumps and their servos, and you know, they just start blowing out at like 300 and like 350, and they've had a bad rep for a long time. So one of the ways to get away, and I know we're not talking about AODs, but you know, one of the ways that you could make them stronger is doing the 470 RW. And to be honest with you, I heard it's not a hard swap to do, and there's a lot of information on the net to do it. So you can make your AOD handle just as much horsepower as a TKX roughly with the proper stuff. So for you guys that do the converter, I was going to say clutch like 5-7 times. The converter is really, really important. So
right, I bet you could probably find a bunch of old school articles on that, you know, like what Corral and all them. I remember when I was, you know, growing up, you know, 5.0 magazines, Muscle Mustangs. I mean, I got probably, I don't know, a couple hundred of them out in the breezeway here in my bookshelf. Just, you know, we used to get a ton of magazines in the mail, you know, because Pops was always subscribed to that. But yeah, Corral.net and
oh man,
some of the, I was on hours at Corral just reading through articles and you know, for everything.
Corral has so much stuff, and a lot of these kids don't know, and a lot of these newer. I encourage you guys. I implore you, if you are interested in learning a lot more about Foxbodies, tips and tricks, there's so many. You know, you'll see who's the the knowledgeable people that are on on Corral.net. I implore you just to go over Corral.net. I mean, that's 30 years of knowledge that's on that site, and it's just probably the number one site that you can get information from.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, but going back to Hanlon and where we're going at this year, probably meet Hanlon and in Chocolate Fox with doing a little bit of dyno stuff.
I was gonna say, are you coming to Chocolate Fox?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, it's only 4 to 5 hours from here, so I mean, it's not like something that I have to get up super early and drive.
How far are you from Pittsburgh? I think you're what, an hour from Pittsburgh?
I'm exactly from Hershey, PA. I'm exactly just under 5 hours, so it'd be kind of stupid for me not to go. Yeah, and I could leave at a decent hour in the morning, kind of taking my time, and still be there before dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My Bulldog.
It's definitely a good show. I mean, last year obviously was like the first official year of it. I know the year before they tried to, but then obviously COVID. But like last year was the first year. It was a really good turnout, believe it or not. I was surprised, and just to see the amount of cars that came out, and then I mean, obviously, it's the same creators for Foxtoberfest, and if you haven't been to Foxtoberfest, last year was our first year. Same thing. I mean, you definitely need to be at Foxtoberfest. It was insane. And you know what the crazy part is too? I bet you there would have been even more people there, but it rained for what, 3 or 4 days, before that actual show. So that kind of scared away some of like the local people that brought their cars out.
Right.
Some people were kind of whatever, but about getting their cars wet. But I know if the weather is probably better, of course, I would assume that it'd bring in even more cars. Now, Chocolate Fox, I know they had to cap it just because it is a little bit of a smaller venue, like where they're actually having it. I kind of thought that too. It's like, oh, maybe have it at a different venue, and I think they actually tried. It was just, I think Hershey was not willing to help them out, finding a different venue or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I mean, support your Fox community, guys. I mean, these shows are awesome, and we're really appreciative to be a part of it, and be a part of channels like yourself, Neo, and I mean, you're my boy.
Hey, so War Admiral's got a question. Thoughts on a Center Force twin disc?
Personally, never used a Center Force, Center Force twin disc. I've used the Center Force single disc stuff, not in my own car, but I had a buddy of mine that had one. I don't want to talk bad about them, but it had a little bit of chattering. So, and I know it wasn't I know it was adjusted correctly because we do make sure that everything's adjusted. And that gets into everything, your pivot location on your pivot stud, your clutch fork, or I'm sorry, your clutch cable, quadrant, all that kind of stuff. But I never personally used a twin disc from them, but I don't know. Like I said, if you want a really good one, I mean, Ram, McLeod, or look into the Vengeance deal. Personally,
would love to have you guys at the Anderson Car Show.
Donnie, that would be awesome, man. I would be honored. Absolutely, yeah. Shout out to Donnie B. I forgot to say that earlier. My apologies, Donnie. Yeah, I believe it or not. So back when I had a push rod motor in this car, it's Coyote now, but I had an Anderson power pipe in there. I would love to have had an Anderson cam, but part of those class rules, not allowed to have it. So.
I have a Liberty faceplated TKO 600 Sancro first gear, so you must have a dummy hub. The dummy hub. Never.
Yep.
What fluid do I use? And it looks like it's slop gears while driving. Looks like it has slop in the gears while driving. Well, the faceplate, it's gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like when you give it gas, you'll feel it engage, and then when you feel when you decel, you'll feel it decel engage, because there's fingers on it. I mean, I got so there's space in between those gears.
I think I got one right here too.
What?
I got one.
This is an old school 9 lug here. That's an old school 9 lug there. You can see they actually cut the gear and welded.
Oh yeah, that one's all chewed up.
Hey! Is yours 7 or 9? You have a 7 gear, don't you? A 7 lug?
No.
You have a 9?
No, it's 7.
Shut up. I got the old school, bro. What you know about the 9?
I think.
Hey, this would be my chain, bro. What do you think? This would be my chain for Fox Fest. What you guys think? This thing would break my neck. This thing weighs probably 4 pounds. Oh, that's a good one. Here we go.
Hang on a sec. Yeah, I wouldn't be a part owner of a transmission business if I didn't have a blown up 3550 faceplated unit sitting.
Hey, so hey, ISO over here, ISO, in search of extra parts to fix my shit.
Nope.
Going to install a new quadrant and firewall adjuster I picked up soon. Any pointers? Never done it. Woo. Wow.
Stay tuned because Neo's going to do a video on it. Stay tuned. Yo, I literally, funny you asked that, Ken. I literally called Neo, what was that, Friday? I said, yo, I need you to do a video on this. I get asked this all the time, how to set up a clutch cable, firewall adjuster, which hook to use on my quadrant. Yeah, so stay tuned. Got to subscribe to Neo's channel. He's going to do a video on it.
Okay, so off the top of my head, going to install a new quadrant. First of all, getting the quadrant on the pedals, like inside the car, is a massive headache, and you will bump your head and hate your life. But it is doable, and probably the hardest part is getting the factory quadrant, if you have that, the spring off the small lock. So
yeah, pardon my French, that thing's a bastard.
Yeah. So I guess putting a new quadrant in, you just slide it in. Definitely want the adjuster all the way to 0. and then you can adjust from there if need. So what's going to happen to your cable? It's going to stretch, and what that adjuster actually lets you do, and there's usually a little set screw in it, like a little Allen set screw, that it allows you to keep
I think I got one here too.
It allows you to keep tension on the actual clutch. So the best thing to have is an adjustable clutch at the bottom down by your fork too, if you're not running a hydro setup or whatever. So Ryan Davenport, what is a break-in period for a new clutch? Let me explain this to you real quick. A break-in period on a clutch isn't mileage. Don't take your car out there and put down 500 miles because the manufacturer told you to put 500 miles on it. It's not about the mileage. It's about heat cycles. It wears in through heat cycles. So you go out there, drive it 3 or 4 or 5 miles, warm the car up, go through the gears 3 or 4 or 5 times, let the car come to temperature, come home, park it. That's one heat cycle. Let it get completely cool, do it again. And after about 5 heat cycles or so, you want to check your adjustment. Heat cycle again. I literally put like 50 miles on my break-in on my clutches, and I'm pushing 1,000 torque on some of these cars at the flywheel, so where the fly was at. So I'm telling you, that's the way to do it. You know, I don't put 500 miles on my Mustang. I just put heat cycles on that clutch to make sure it wears in, and then I adjust. I'll stop talking.
Yeah, we tell people, obviously the mileage thing is a big part of it too. But yeah, I mean, the heat cycle is the correct information. We tell people 500 miles, be easy on it, but try to shift it as much as possible.
That's correct. First, second, third. First, second, third. Fourth is whatever.
So don't just go out on a highway in 5th gear and, do 500 miles and, one heat cycle. You want to kind of go around town, back roads, stop lights, stop signs.
Stop lights, stop signs, yes.
Yep. And then come back, let it cool.
Go ahead.
Yeah, come back, let it cool, all that. That's all part of it. Absolutely.
TKX shifters are coming very soon.
Here it is. War Admiral. I knew he was going to bust my balls. They're coming, I promise. All right, so actually, I'll let you in on that. So the real story on the TKX shifters, they are being made. We have a local machine shop that is, local to us, obviously, that is, CNCing. I don't think I have one here. Sorry, I thought I had one. They're making the actual shifter stems for us. Okay. And long story short, the guy that is doing them for us, he had 2 family members pass away. He got COVID as well. And honestly, I think he's actually having a bit of he's having a problem. I'll leave it at that. He's not doing too well, physically and mentally. And he stepped away from the shop. So it obviously put a kind of a hold on our shifters. And there's not much that I can do about it. I mean, I've looked around to other places, and I think we finally got that solved. So hopefully, now that we do have another company that's possibly going to be making them for us as well, I should have them. I'm hoping actually in a couple weeks. So they just sent me a stem that they modified, because I know it doesn't really pertain to Foxbody guys, but like obviously our business is all muscle cars and street rods and stuff like that. So it's not just Ford, it's GM, it's Chrysler, it's everything. And the stems that we're doing will allow for different offsets. So I can do for example, like an old Camaro. They need what they call like a 9 o'clock offset position. So it goes over 2 inches, comes up. And, that's part of the holdup. And, unfortunately, there's not much that we can do other than, try to look into another company, which we did. And, hopefully all goes well. We'll have them very soon. But that's been the real holdup, unfortunately. So, but the good news is they are 100% made in the U.S. Neo will have the first one. I already told him that. He's going to be putting it in his car just to make sure that everything is good. I would assume that they're going to be very similar to our T56 shifters that we have made now. And I know he could tell you that thing feels like a Atari joystick.
It's an Atari joystick, literally. It's
Yep. So they are about 27% shorter throw than a factory Tremec shifter. So yeah, so they should be coming out soon for the TKX. Trust me, I've been all over that, and I want to have one, you know, obviously for Chocolate Fox, you know, to show people. War Admiral's going to get my second one because he's been asking. Donnie B, you're getting my third one. I haven't forgotten about you either.
He ain't even got a TKX yet, does he?
We don't even have a TKX yet.
Just throwing that out there.
But yeah, they're coming. I promise, guys, they're coming.
All right. So any easy way of lowering an 87 GT half-inch in the front only? I know it should have been done right. Just seeing that. Okay, so there's a tool that'll help you not decapitate yourself on the stupid springs in the front, the coil springs. You should really chain it. So safety is like the number one thing. So I guess what I'm about to tell you is cut about a half a coil out of your front spring, and you'll probably get that drop that you're looking for. Now, Maximum, I don't know if it's Maximum Motorsport. I don't forget who LMR actually sells this little click tool that you can bolt onto your K member, and it allows you to get the coil spring in pretty easy or whatever. So, but again, safety is everything. Make sure you chain or strap that coil spring down, because people will, I'm telling you, it will knock you out coming off that car if you don't have it secured.
I like to live my my life on the edge. I never use the strap.
Yeah, I like to party. What's up, Gearhead 704? Good to see you, my man.
Yeah, what's up, Gearhead?
I'm gonna put that thing through the paces for sure. I'm gonna be shifting so hard. I'm gonna be like pink, and I'm gonna be like, uh-oh.
Yeah, he's going to be coming by with a box of broken transmission parts. I don't know what happened.
Is this shit under warranty?
Yeah, is it still under warranty?
So again, we are going to be heading to Hanlon for sure. I'll be at Chocolate Fox. I'll be boothed up, probably one of the bigger vendors there. So if you guys are curious, you guys are interested in actually buying a Tremec, actually buying a TKX of any GM, Mopar, Ford, whatever unit, you guys probably could coordinate with him and he'll bring it with him. So it'll save like $150 in shipping. I think my code is still active.
It is.
Free swag Neo. It's
just going to say free swag Neo. I am running low on shirts. I just put an order in, so I apologize, guys, but I have more shirts coming in. I've been slacking on that, so I've been worrying about shifters, and I forgot about T-shirts, and then I realized.
I do want to answer this question. Are you taking cars in for work? So the next, where my business and where my brand is actually going to start shifting towards is I have two guys that I raced with and that I'm really good friends with that I've been with for a long time. One guy helps me tune. The other guy has been messing around with Foxbodies with me, my buddy Mike, for a number of years. So what we are doing here at the shop is we are possibly taking on some new customers and maybe doing the simple, it's not simple, but like doing T5 complete swaps, doing the, obviously the turbo modifications and what you need to do for turbo, and it could be any turbo for that matter. And of course, I'm partnered with a dyno shop, so it's easy for us, Terminator X, binary editor, we can get your car right or whatever. So we are possibly doing that. And if it's something that you're curious about hearing or doing, Neomustangs at Hotmail is the actual, that is the email that we use for that sort of conversation. So if you're interested in that and you're looking to get an on3 installed, tuned, all that stuff, if you don't have the option to do that, then go ahead and hit that up. So I got a couple guys that I 100% have faith in to do side work for me, and it's not really considered side work, but actually Mike has been on my channel 2 or 3 times putting turbo kits on cars. The average price of an on3 install, that was a video I did like a year ago. and he did it to a Dove gray car that had 8,000 miles on it, and it was an absolute mint job. It was perfect. So we tuned that car out. It made 400 horsepower, and that guy's tickled to death. That's all he cared about. So, anyways, I did want to mention that. You know, you hit me up in the email for that if you're interested in something like that. There, you know, it's just going to be one customer at a time. I'm not looking to bring in a bunch of people. So, you know, I do apologize if that kind of gets, you know, if it doesn't follow some of your guys' time frames or whatever. So,
how many people are you going on right now?
Calling the truck junk. Too many products. If I purchase my TKX before Neo had promo code, can I still get that shirt?
Yes.
Boom! You better put a bigger order in. You better call me.
Yeah, send me an email. I'll send you a shirt. That's cool. Actually, yeah, how many people we got on right now? I can't see.
Hey, I cannot find. Listen, what we talked about earlier, I have no idea where I said it.
Oh my God,
dude! I was looking for that thing for like 10 minutes.
All right. Well, you're lucky I got another one.
Do you have one sitting right there? Because it's got to be right there. I'll pay the shipping on it. I don't care.
Nah. I actually here. If I had to, I would take mine off. But yeah, we're gonna do a giveaway right now.
Oh, here we go. What you giving away, Andrew?
Hashtag Neo.
No. Let's do hashtag stick shift.
Ooh, all right. I like that. Hashtag stick shift. And you get one of these.
Those are hung up in my shop. You also see it in Bruno's shop in the background against this wall. It's a very nice little banner that we got hanged up. So if you guys are curious, you want to get a free banner, it's hashtag stick shift, and we'll pick one up.
Pimp Hanlon's about to turn into Oprah. You get a TKX, and you get a TKX. You get a TKX. Everyone gets a TKX.
Yes, sir. So I actually had that banner. He actually sent me that banner, and it's folded up here somewhere because it came in with the camera earlier when I was setting up and cleaning up the shop. Because I ended up, you know, messing around with Dad's car or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe I put it in my Dad's car.
Yeah, we're gonna do 2 giveaways tonight. I got something else we can do too. We're gonna do 2 giveaways. Yeah, don't make me fire up this.
It works. It's your fault, Andrew. I just gave away my next video. Suck.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to do 2 giveaways. All right, so the first one obviously is for that banner, and that's hashtag stick shift. So hit it up, and you're going to pick the winner, Neo.
I got to pick the winner?
Yeah, because I can't see all the comments.
Okay, so I'm going to do this where I'm going to scroll randomly and just do this, right?
Yes.
I can't do it. I do have the TubeBuddy software, but I can't do it while we're live. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to look away. Scrolling up, scrolling down, scrolling up, scrolling down.
You're peeking. I can see you.
Nope. Oh, that was just a comment. Scrolling down, scrolling down. Up. Brian GT 101.
Sweet.
Brian GT 101. Hit me up. What does he? You gonna send? Who do they contact?
Hit me up. You can send it. No, send it to HMS Tremec. Here, let me see if I can put it in there.
Yeah, you can just type it in.
I might not be able to.
Brian GT 101.
Sorry, guys. I'm on my phone and I'm trying to figure it out. I don't think it will let me write a comment, to be honest.
No, that's okay.
Just tell
me what it is.
Yeah, it's HMS Tremec at AOL. Send an email to that email, Brian, and I'll send out the banner tomorrow.
What was that?
My phone going off.
It's telling you. It's telling you. You gotta stop giving stuff away, son. That's your mom. Like, what's he doing?
No, that was the wifey. She's like, you better not be starting up that race car. Those kids are sleeping.
Did she hear mine?
No.
Can you start your race car?
I could.
No, all right. Kids are asleep.
I ain't going to. It's too loud. It's got open headers on it.
Yeah, I already had, I've already got Brutal in trouble, and he had to sleep on the couch.
Yeah, I ain't sleeping on no couch. I can tell you that.
All right, so we got another. What other giveaway you got going on? All right, enough with the stick shift. Hashtag stick shift is expired. Congratulations, Brian GT101. HMS Hanlon Motorsports. HMS Tremec at AOL. Make sure you hashtag and or tag them in Instagram and or Facebook, please, if and when you get your gift. Rock on. So we're going to do.
I'm sorry. I also wanted to do another giveaway. Are you towards the end?
I think stick shift is still going, but I don't know why. Maybe it's just the lag and crap. So, all right. So, what's the next one?
The next giveaway, I'm going to give you a little teaser, but we were talking about this earlier. We were talking about a clutch adjusting kit. So,
what?
So I got a quadrant.
That's like $100.
I got a firewall adjuster, and I'm sorry, guys, I don't have the cable here, but it's at the shop. I actually have. Look at that. Actually, does anyone know what this is? Obviously, it's a quadrant, but did anyone know what this is called?
I don't even know what that's called.
Look at this one.
I've seen it. I got it.
There we go. So this is called a quick release.
Quick release.
So the whole point of a quadrant and the different locations, obviously, is to change the amount of travel in your clutch cable. This is one hook, and they call it a quick release. It has a big arc.
Right.
Releases that clutch pedal faster. What you know about that racing life.
So we should do a. You really want to give that away, or you give away just the quadrant, right?
No. All three pieces. You get a clutch cable. Has to be for a Foxbody. Clutch cable, quadrant, firewall adjuster. All three pieces.
Wow.
But
that's great.
But there's a kicker to this one, though. The winner must be subscribed to your Instagram channel. As long as you have Instagram. And I will check.
Okay.
So if you're not following Neomustangs on Instagram, you need to go over there and follow Neomustangs on Instagram.
I would run what fluid do you recommend in a faceplated TKX? I would probably run the lightweight gear oil.
Yeah, we used to run Redline back in the day. Sorry, actually, we've been using this stuff.
Yeah, guys, on the giveaway, please just enter once, and then Hanlon will pick somebody in the chat. So
this stuff's a little bit more expensive, but I don't know if you guys can see this. This is G-Force's oil.
Yeah,
I would probably run that in a faceplated unit, to be honest. GF 2000 is what they call it.
Yeah, not everybody has Instagram. We could just do a giveaway with, we'll just do a straight up giveaway. It's fine.
All right, I'm fine with that. But if you're not subscribed to his YouTube or his Instagram, please go follow him on Instagram.
That's right. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. What? On Tinder? Come on, Carlos.
Ooh, I'm telling Katie. No, I'm kidding.
Here we go. I'm trying. Hey, look, we're about to go to the dyno this week with this car, so I may be doing some footage. What do you guys think about showing Katie how to stick shift turbo drive? Like, she says she knows how to stick shift drive, and you guys all seen me scare the shit out of her in the black car and the white car. So
yeah, just make sure she don't have no Diet Coke in the car again.
Right, because I mean, I about had a fit.
She's gonna kill me.
She's watching, you know that, right?
Hi, Katie.
She's probably like, how do I chat? How do I chat?
Yeah, right? Just
there's a way to tell a Fox pedal assembly V8 or 4-cylinder. It's the same pedal assembly. Oh, yeah, it's the same pedal assembly.
It is.
I haven't seen any difference. Now you start getting into the earlier 86s. I think there was a difference pre T5, which was early 85. By the way. Put the tubular intake in, and okay. So I got to do. That's one thing. I do have a subscriber that was promised me to borrow the tubular intake. I do have. So I did find a tubular intake to use in my test. Remember, we're going to be doing a video. The shit is epic. We're going to be doing what Muscle Mustangs and Fast Forward did 20 years ago. We're going to take this intake and we're going to match the Explorer intake, the tubular intake, and the Cobra OE intake all up against each other in a dyno challenge to see which one makes more power. Now that it's turbo, it'll just be with the turbo. I think that'll be some cool shit. So anyways,
let's do this giveaway quick.
All right.
Let's just do hashtag Neo.
Hashtag Neo.
Hashtag Neo. Start Neo.
Just enter once, please. So we'll let it scroll for a minute. If you guys still got questions, just hit me up. Have her send it. Put the pedal to the floor and dump the clutch. Oh my Jesus.
Oh, not good.
Hashtag Neo. Just enter one time, guys. There's only 70 in chat. There shouldn't be that many. This is for a brand new Foxbody only quadrant cable and adjuster. Guys, this thing retails probably for about $100 because every time I order, I usually order this either through LMR or when they have it. So usually I try to order through them because they have UPR stuff. So hashtag Neo for a new quadrant cable and adjuster, and Hanlon will obviously pick a new winner. So guys, please just keep it to one. Keep it to one, please. So anyways, as far as Dad's car is concerned this week, we went out on a road today. Obviously, you see it's moved. It's not on the lift anymore. We had some tomfoolery today. It was definitely worth watching this video. Shit was sent, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hashtag send it.
Neo, on pump 93 gas, what AF air fuel ratio do you shoot for in your turbo setups? On pump gas, air fuel ratio is always the air fuel ratio doesn't change for me. I don't go a little bit rich. If I can go a little bit rich, I'll go around like an 11.5 target. But the timing is really where it's at. Timing
lean is mean.
Yeah, lean is mean. But if you mess around with less timing and more fuel, or excuse me, less timing and less fuel, you can do. You'd be surprised at what you can do when you're tuning, leaning something out with less timing, or richening something up with more timing. It's kind of always a battle between the two. So some cars respond different than others. Like this car, I'm not even gonna tell you how much poundage it made, but we oopsied. We was all right though.
I know.
I know. What? I was like, all right, well, we gotta stop that. That's a 19-pound injector's bro. So.
All right, everyone comment. Hashtag Neo.
Let's go. Go ahead and roll with it. Everybody should have had a chance to get it. I can't even tell if you're closing your eyes. You gotta pay your internet bill.
What do you mean?
I'm just kidding, because you're on 5G. I'm just messing with you. I'm surprised how well, as sometimes on your phone, the quality was amazing, and then it just kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's the way you got it. Maybe it's the quality of the camera or whatever.
It could be. I told you I live in the sticks. All right, hang on. Where is it? Oh, James Hobbs.
Who?
James Hobbs.
There you go. He just asked the question. What fluid for a T5? Congratulations, my dude. If he's asking what fluid for a T5, he probably needs. What?
I just did the swipe and it landed right on him. That's funny. James Hobbs, you won.
Congratulations, James Hobbs. It looks like if he's looking for a fluid in a T5, he probably really needed that anyway. So congratulations, my dude. Definitely Dex 3 only. I only run Dex 3. They do have some good oils out there that are really expensive, and they do work. They do have detergents in them, but Dex 3 is the only thing I run, bro. Straight up.
James, can you post the email in there? I'm sorry, Dan. Send me an email, James, and I'll get you out kit tomorrow. Compliments of Neomustangs. No,
there we go.
We'll put it on his tab.
You probably will. You probably will. I'll probably get a bill. Like,
but
can anyone tell how to bolt on 302 heads on my LS1? We're not going to answer that, bro. So, anyways,
the other thing that you guys can do, shout out to obviously all the supporting members of the channel.
That's right.
Check out the Neo swag. Dude, I wear this hat a lot. I try not to wear it, so then I don't wear it out. But I do have a t-shirt too. His shirts are fire. I think I washed that thing like 30 times already.
Yeah,
and
they don't fade.
Yeah, it doesn't fade, it doesn't crack, it doesn't, whatever. But
the vinyl prints, the screen print versus the vinyl print. I mean, the vinyl print's definitely more expensive. I think it's like $3 or $4 more a shirt. But the screen print, you can get a lot more cool detail in the shirt. Whereas the vinyl, you're kind of like, you can only do so much. But the nice thing about the vinyl is the fact that it never cracks and it never fades. So the shirt will turn freaking gray before anything cracks. And the one thing I hated about screen print, you wash it 2 or 3 times and then it just looks like shit, so.
Right. But no, I mean, and trust me, Neo didn't ask me to say this or anything. But no, support your YouTubers, man. They do a lot for this community. They every day they're coming up with new ideas. They reach out to us. Hey, what ideas you have? I'm sorry.
No, I guess I forgot to send a t-shirt to one of my members, so.
I got you. But no, hit these guys up for, their swag, man. I mean, look into the membership. I know there's going to be some perks coming up, that's going to be, for non-members and members, I think, right? I'm going
to do a giveaway for my members, non-members as well. I mean, obviously it's going to be one for each. So it's not something to try to sell one or the other, but I mean, these guys do support me year round and, it's month by month. So I want to do something special with a specific live chat with them. So I think you can do a members only live chat as well. So it's pretty cool. We're going to definitely test the waters with that. It won't be a lot of people in there because I don't have a super lot of people, members, not like Brutal. He probably is sitting on several hundred, but I would make sure that all my members knew well in advance when this date was going to be and do a nice little cool giveaway for them.
Support your YouTube guys, man. I mean, just make sure that, you hit them up for some swag. I mean, what's a shirt and a hat cost nowadays? Not like $20, if that. Get one. I mean, it helps these guys out. They put it back into the channel. I know Neo and we talk, almost every day. And, he's always, hey, what do we got coming up next? What's this? What's that? And, hey, I mean, I know you specifically, and I know a lot of the other channels, you guys put a lot of work into, what you guys do to come up with content. So I feel, and honestly, I'll tell you guys, I have 2 different accounts. I have my Andrew Hanlon account on YouTube, and I also have the Hanlon Motorsports, obviously. And both of them are, members of Neo's channel and the other channels as well. I think Brutals and Caleb has the patron. I'm a subscriber.
Right. I did want to say that, you know, the other channels that actually have this sort of
yeah, I support all of them, and
it's
you
not
know,
just supporting the stuff, but it's like being part of a perks. Like my communities and my club members, they always get the videos for, you know, early. Obviously, they're going to get, you know, the swag at some point in their membership. But, you know, I think I'm going to do a pretty good one of the 4th of July gifts that I give away this year is going to be just for the members only. I think that's fair to say.
Right.
Fair to do. So, I mean, it's going to be in its own live chat. So it's very important to me. So,
yeah, I mean, honestly, I love this community. I mean, I'm, you know, through and through, you know, Mustang guy. I'm pretty sure that I was probably conceived in a Mustang. But
I'm texting your mom right now.
Yeah, right? Don't be getting Linda fired up, man.
She's probably watching, dude.
But no, I mean, I love Fox bodies. I personally have one. I'm probably going to inherit Pop's car at some point. Actually, my kid is. my one son, his name's Drew. He's my oldest. He'll be 4 in March. And so my dad, we call him Poppy instead of Grandpop or, you know, whatever. But so he goes to Poppy. He's like, yo, Poppy, I want to see the race car. So dad opens up the trailer. And he's like, that's my car someday. I'm like, oh, I didn't even get it. My kids get it, you know?
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, I love Fox bodies. I love all cars. You know, I love this community. I mean, I love, you know, supporting everything that this community, you know, stands for. I would be lying if I said that I didn't go back and watch, you know, older videos, you know, to help myself out. You know, I don't know everything. I really don't. I know a lot, and, you know, that's through Pops or, you know, figuring it out myself. You know, I was very new to the whole Coyote game, asked a lot of questions and whatnot, but, you know, the information's out there, and, you know, they do, meaning like Neo and a lot of other channels, they do everything that they can to provide us, you know, all that. So, you know, what a better way to give back to them guys that give to us, you know, like, you know, you have the channel membership, you have the swag and all that. I think you have a new website coming out soon too, right?
Yeah, we do. Neomustangs.com is going to be rolling out here within the next week. I'm just finishing up the buttons. It just gives another place to direct traffic to my website for car parts and for the community there, and takes you to YouTube. And it's just going to be kind of like a nexus. You know, there's a donate button, there's a merch button. You know, there's stuff that, you know, this brand. I mean, we're working on a big, you know, big shout out to Andrew for helping me, but we're working on a big sponsorship for Neo Mustangs. We're going to go out there and chase some of these companies and see what kind of free shit I can get from them to give to you guys. So it'd be kind of cool. Like, hey, I'm going to give away a Bear brake set today. Y'all going to be like, what? I'm like, yeah, that's only $4,000.
Never know.
Never know. Because that's what I'm going to be. Listen, I'm going to go after sponsorships. And I'm going to go after them pretty hardcore, and I'm going to try to get as much free shit as I can for all my club members and all my subscribers, and just this, you know, you guys see what I do. You guys see what I did at Christmas. I think 15, $2,000. I think I spent a lot of YouTube money. I was like, bam, let's just spend it. Let's be done with it. So,
but see, to be honest, a lot of that came from, you know, the people, you know, having channel memberships, you know, and you just give right back. It's not like you're
like Jason Fields right here, man. I appreciate the $9.99 super chat. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you know, I just take this stuff and then I can just give it right back. It's not a big deal. But anyways, we're getting towards the end. I think 350 with 351 here, Turbo Man. Will that T56? He's ordering a T56 mag on the 3rd.
Okay.
So that's actually this week. Yes, that's actually end of this week. So is that a drop ship, or do you have them there?
Yeah, I have them there. I actually just got
asked earlier if you had a 297 first there too, and I think you said you did.
I'm pretty sure. I think I have them both. I think I'm out of the GM ones, which obviously it's not going to matter for you guys, but I do also drop ship from Tremec. Lamar was messaging me. Yo, look, a side note. I'm sorry. Shout out to Lamar Richards. I can't tell you or I can't show you what it is yet, but if you guys don't know Lamar, he's doing the Foxbody pictures. I know you've seen him in other channels. He's doing one for me, but I can't tell you any more than that because it's a gift for someone. So we'll do something on that later. But he does awesome work. So if you guys, want something, done of your own car, hit him up on Facebook. He's awesome.
He just ordered a T56 from Magnum from Hanlon last week. I think that's is that Ryan? No,
I'm not sure.
I forget what you said. He was.
Excuse me.
I think he's from my area. The guy.
If I know his first name, I'll know.
So, anyways, so if you guys got any more questions for me, got any more questions for Andrew, I think it was pretty fire. We're gonna probably, randomly add people to streams on good conversations. Like next week, I'll probably have a top 10 or a top 5 discussion for us to talk about.
Gabriel, yes. Yep, I remember him. He actually just did a nice little shout out for me too. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Nice. Mr. Ed 209. Appreciate the $20 super chat, man. Thanks for sticking around. It's been a really, I always try to do informational Foxbody live streams, and it's starting to catch a lot of traction with the top 10s and top 5s. And I don't do those, I don't do those streams to try to be a Mr. Know-it-all. That's not what I'm doing. I enjoy talking about Fox bodies, and if there's something my knowledge, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, that I can share to the channel or share to to the community, that's what I'm going to do. So
absolutely,
yeah. So anyways, can we T5? What can a world class T5 really handle on the street, bro? I've been at 400, 500 wheel on a T5. It's how you drive it. Just remember, third gear will break in a hurry. And it's, what gear do you think this is on the faceplate of TKO that I broke at 500 horsepower? Donnie, text me. Okay, so Donnie B, I am ready to order. Do you have a direct line? Woo!
Just call the shop and ask for me, brother.
Hey, man. I'll take care of you. Hey, man. That's all not. That's all me. That's 21.
Yep. Free swag Neo. Remember that.
I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so absolutely. Anyways, hit me up.
To give you guys an update, Hanlon actually, we made a deal about a year ago or so. I'm not real sure what I'm going to do with the TKX when I'm done with it. I'm either going to, if I break it, I'm going to send it back to those guys so they can dissect it and we can figure out kind of some cool stuff to do with it. But if it ends up living, because I definitely will want to put my T56 back in at some point, my other mag in my black car. So at some point I may end up, doing something with it. But it wasn't. Hanlon and I had a little bit of a deal going on, and I don't expect anybody to give me a $3,000 part, but there is, I do own the TKX, or will own the TKX 100% myself very soon. And I do appreciate them for letting me beat the shit out of it. I tell you what, I really like that TKX for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna do some other stuff coming up. I know you have possibly coming up, Christmas in July, right? Or yeah.
I'm doing a Patriot giveaway, a patriotic giveaway. There's a name for it. Okay. 4th of July, Independence Day giveaway. It's going to be 4 items, so it's going to be 4 decent items. I'm going to hit up my sponsors pretty hard, give away some cool shit, and then we'll start gearing up for the Fox Days of Christmas again. So
yeah, absolutely.
The things about the giveaway stuff is you can't do videos of it really well because YouTube does not like giveaways. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. I had more comments than I did views because YouTube did not like my video. Don't like giveaway, don't like the word giveaway, don't even like you talking about it. It's just the way it is.
Right.
So
yeah, we're gonna have some epic prizes. I think
we'll have some cool stuff that you guys should stick around. I mean, obviously it's going to be from the channel and from the support that you guys give me from watching the videos and such. So
maybe we'll do a TKX giveaway. That would be fun.
That's what, my old one? You mean?
I mean, you could. Yeah, I was thinking a new one.
Your mom and dad right now are jumping up on couches. What is he doing?
Well, so real quick too. You and I talked about this too. So right now, I'm doing this class race deal, and eventually I'm not going to do that forever. Obviously, my ultimate goal is to put a turbo on my car, put one of Pops's. So G-Force has obviously a couple different transmissions. They have what they call a GF5, which is a clutchless 5-speed. And Dad has 3 of them. They're literally sitting in his trailer. So I want to put one of those in my car, put a turbo on there, and scare the shit out of myself. And you and I talked about, maybe making your white car really, really fast, and maybe we put my G101 in your car. Yeah. And see where we go with that.
Yeah.
There's possibilities.
All right, boys. I think that's about the end of the stream. If you guys got any more questions, just hit me up in comments below. I'm trying to think what else. So this week, what we got coming up, we got the video of the first ride along in this and the tomfoolery that happened in this. We're probably end up going to the dyno with this, but I also have a video this week about a T5 stuff. Nothing real special, I guess. It doesn't really matter. But outside of that, guys, I appreciate you watching the channel. If you guys got any questions for Hanlon at HMS Tremec at AOL, you could also call the shop. There, what is it? 610.
Yep, 610-469-2695. And for the guys that want to do Instagram message or Facebook message, I answer them. So if I don't get back to you right away, just be patient. I'll get back to you within the day usually. So, but yeah, I love the ones that I get at like 3 a.m. It's like, man.
Those are the ones that were sent. Those are the ones that were sent through a dial-up first.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, guys, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate the club members. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate the couple super chats and the new member we had tonight. And
yeah, absolutely.
Again, if you have any questions with stick shift related, hit up Hanlon Motorsports. He is a sponsor of Ford Takeover. He is a sponsor of many other events, and he will probably be at some of your more favorite events this year. So, guys, I appreciate it. Andrew, I appreciate you joining me. This probably won't be the last time. We'll probably get together sometime soon just to talk about Foxbody stuff.
Yes, sir.
And that's about it, guys. I appreciate it. Drop me a big thumbs up, and I see you guys soon in the next video. See you, Andrew.
Later, guys. Thank you. Have a great night.